Great to be with you, meteorologist Mike Prengley. And oh my goodness, what do I see here? Oh man, we've got some rain on radar right now. In fact, as we take, first of all, Katrina, we can take a peek outside. And what we're focusing in on here, first of all, as we look on the radar, is we've got our first line of at least a few scattered showers coming through the first coast right now. Moving about east at 15 right now. So as we load this up here on Doppler radar, if you're doing a storm tracker, not looking for storms, but just brief downpours, just something we haven't seen much of. Let's put a little rain tracker on this. This is amazing. So if you're tracking with me at home, here we go. We're going to put a little tracker here from St. Johns County back into Putnam County. It's moving east at 15. So St. Augustine Beach, getting in on a few showers, along with areas of, maybe even nip areas of right now. Nocatee seeing some of those showers, and then moving off into areas of Crescent Beach, Palm Coast as we head to 12:15. Flagler and Ormond Beach at 12:46. Still looks like the time for most of the rain today would be later on this afternoon and into this evening, as we actually have a cold front coming our way and sea breeze collision. So great to be with you, meteorologist Mike Prengley. It's been 3 weeks since we've started our streaming show on Sunday at 11 o'clock with some rain like this on radar. That's how dry it's been. Isn't that amazing? I know it's our dry season. April's known for, it's dry weather, but 3 weeks. And, we said we'd have scattered showers coming in this afternoon. And not everybody would see rain, but even if you add up all the rain today, it's been so dry that it's a big deal. It really is. So just happy to start the show here with radar. I'm going to put this back in a show sequence, and we'll go and jam out some beautiful science here in meteorology as we head through the next 20, 25 minutes or so. So there's our rain right now. Just a sliver of showers moving through the area, and it is a big deal because it's been so long. Another big deal, of course, are the forest fires and the firefighters. But if you joined us this morning, 7 a.m. on Good Morning Jacksonville, we said we're pivoting now. We're starting to talk about better news for rain in this forecast, okay? Not just for today, but next week into the following, even next weekend. And higher humidities, okay, lighter winds. We're not going to be in that critical range for wildfire like we've seen so often and too often in the last 7 to 10 days. So one thing to note, though, because we've got that huge fire that we're fighting up in Brantley County, there's going to be some smoky conditions. So we got the fire and smoke scale. I never had to build a scale like this as a meteorologist, but we built the maps here to keep folks safe. First of all, trying to avoid that big wildfire you're seeing up in Georgia and Brantley County, but also keeping you safe when you're traveling. This morning we had some lower visibility. So even right now, if you're in Brunswick, a very smoky sky out there, back into Camden County, folks can see a little smoke. And then there, of course, there's the second fire, another huge fire toward Clinch County. So you see the little sliver of color there, and you see the scale going from light to moderate to heavy here. So as we go through the rest of today, I think as the winds mix in, the conditions should get better. Right now, the reason why Brunswick's seeing the thick smoke right now, we love you, Brunswick. We're more beautiful than ever, but a smoky start to the Sunday because we've had a west wind. Winds are shifting more west out ahead of our cold front that's now moving through Georgia, so keeping an eye on it. And of course, everybody, including me, I'm sensitive to the air quality, okay? I need my clean air to run in, walk in. We walk the dogs. And it's been we've been smelling that smoke from time to time. And if we look at the air quality, it's been taking a hit with all the wildfires we have across the area. We've had over a dozen that we've been tracking. And if you look at that, right now we're good in Jacksonville officially, but you get out to the beaches, Fernandina, Ponte Vedra, St. Augustine, more of the moderate range. Brunswick, Folkestone, Waycross, up close to the biggest wildfires in the moderate range as well. So if there is good news here on our Sunday, an air quality update does indicate most of the air quality good and moderate across the first coast. Now, as we go into this evening, there's going to be a wind shift, okay, and the winds could pick up, and some of the smoke that's been lingering mainly across southeast Georgia could move a little farther south. So areas that have escaped a lot of the smoke, including areas of Duval, St. Johns, Clay County, could see a big change. So let's put this into motion. So usually we show rain as a future cast, right? Well, this is the future smoke cast. This is where you expect the thickest smoke from those wildfires. So right now, everything according to plan, model's doing really well. You got Brantley County and Glenn County, all right? Then notice the shift. All right, we're seeing that wind coming out of the north. So I'm expecting some of that smoke to move into areas that haven't seen the thick smoke. All right, so we are talking Metro Jacks. Watch what happens. Okay, you see the big plumes. The thickest smoke heading west, okay, according to that east to northeast wind. But if you look at here in Jacksonville, Green Cove, Springs, Palatka, we could see a burst of smoke coming from north to south as we wake up tomorrow. So in Good Morning Jacksonville, of course, I'm going to be tracking the visibilities, the temperatures, getting you out the door with a smile, but also watching how those visibilities are for travelers getting back to work and school. Could take a hit. All right, so another reason to tune in tomorrow morning on Good Morning Jacksonville. Then during the day, I think by 9, 10 a.m. we're good as that northeast wind picks up at 10 to 20. That'll bring in some moisture off the Atlantic. Not looking for a dry surge of desert air like we saw last week, so that's good news. But notice the very thick smoke. Unfortunately, once again, up into Brantley and Ware County and northern Charlton County and Okefenokee as we head through our Monday. And then as we go into Tuesday, there you go, Monday, Tuesday, you see the flow northeast to east, and then we're going to see a mini heat wave this week. Things are really going to start to heat up. So if we have the highest weather impacts for fires, where that fire risk goes up probably by the middle of the week. But for this smoke cast, just covering all of the air quality and the thickness of the smoke and the travelers here over the last few frames. Now let's look outside. Hey, Katrina, what do you think, man? Not bad. Yeah, you like that? Not bad at all. Yeah, we got a little building cumulus clouds, towering cumulus. Now, here downtown, we missed out on that first round of a few showers I showed you that are tracking across the southern tier of our area. But we do have building clouds. We have a front. Sea breezes on the way this afternoon. And if you look, there's just that tinge of haze, a little bit of wildfire smoke in the air as well. So hopefully we just need something to mix it all out. And of course, I didn't even bring up the pollen. That's another issue altogether. So I have to, it seems like I'm running my car through the car wash every couple days. So may have to do that on the way home here shortly as well. And also, you know, when I do the car wash, it brings good luck for rain. All right, so let it rain on my clean car. We take a look at First Coast News, 79 degrees. So why today? Why would today be different? We said we're seeing something we haven't seen in 3 Sundays or 3 weeks. Well, you know, rainy season's not too far away. We're getting ready for May soon, right? And we got rainy season really kicking in here in Jacksonville. Officially, it goes from South Florida to North Florida. So Central Florida, mid-May, late May, and then here in Jacksonville as we go into late May, early June. And the things we watch for are the sea breezes that come together consistently every day. And the one thing we also look at, dew points, 70 now. So you can get those dew points up 67. And the reason why we don't officially call it rainy season until June here, that's because that's when the dew points stay close to that 70-degree mark. So you need the moisture, you need the lift. We got the lift moisture, the lift from the sea breezes, right? And the instability. So this will build some instability as well as we go through the afternoon. So yeah, even though not everybody's seeing rain, this is looking more like what we'd see for our rainy season, and we'll take it. 79. I kept the forecast high at 87. Our weather team's been consistent all week. No reason to change that. What I'm focusing on the models. Models, a couple of them have been waffling back and forth. Some saying, it's not going to rain. You know, we'll talk about rain, but you look at the weather pattern as a meteorologist. The reason I kept it in the rain, the reason why your phones may say something different. You say, where's the rain? Well, we don't use phones. We do our own forecasts. So this, again, is just a model, and let's see if it's catching on to us. Here's 2 o'clock. There's a little bit of rain out toward Ponte Vedra. Brunswick, that's where we need it. Brantley County, Brunswick to Waycross. Getting to 3-4. There we go. We talked about the instability, the high dew points. You see the winds coming together. Okay, so West Coast sea breeze. You see the little one? Boom, the East Coast. I'm excited about that. And they should meet here over the Florida Peninsula. So as we go through the afternoon, I've got all the ingredients that we normally see during our rainy season. Got to put the rain in. All right. Don't pay too much attention to those low rain chances. Again, that's just model data, but you know, Jacksonville 40%, 82 degrees at 5 o'clock. Then this evening, of course, maybe a little chicken on the grill at the Pringleys. Man, yeah, it's been, I like the chicken thighs. All right, there may be a shower around. I hope so. You know what? I'll do a little shorty in the rain by the grill there. So, I mean, that's how much, I'll grill out in the rain. I don't care about it. This is what kind of pattern we're in. So we're hopefully, we've been praying for the rain, asking for the rain, and I think we have better chances at least. Not everybody will see it, but at least it's back. And Katrina said we're going to get ready for a break. So Futurecast here, showing you the better news here in the short term, but I'm taking you long term. Okay, so we talked about the dynamics, the ingredients coming together. Well, boy, they're going to be coming together, not just for today, but over the next 10 days and then some. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We have new details about a heavy police presence in Jacksonville Beach.
Driver fired gunshots along the interstate today, prompting a police chase.
Breaking overnight, police are investigating an officer-involved shooting.
Breaking news, a major crash on I-95.
Routine controlled burn got out of control. First Coast News was the only station there.
Stream extended coverage on First Coast News Plus. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with First Coast News and First Coast News Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage with First Coast News and First Coast News Plus. The First Coast News Plus TV app. Streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Have the umbrella in the back seat, the rain jacket ready to go.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene.
Let's get some breaking news we've been following overnight.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. First Coast News Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
The First Coast News weather team has your most accurate forecast with weather impact alerts to warn you about severe weather. Our team is here to help you prepare and keep you safe.
The First Coast News weather team is always on your side. Stream extended coverage on First Coast News Plus.
All right. Hey, thank you. All right. I'm getting on Facebook here if you have any questions. Southeast Georgia, we got Nikki Cloud. Thank you, Mike. We need that rain badly. Smoke is heavy now in Brunswick. Yeah, I love Brunswick. We love our family and friends up in Georgia. And we do have better news for you, Nikki. And the wind's going to shift to the east and northeast later. So that's a big question. So if you have some questions, head to our First Coast News Facebook page. I'm answering questions. So, Nikki, the winds will shift that smoke right now the other way tomorrow. So if you're in Brunswick looking to breathe a little easier, a little better air quality, that would likely be tomorrow with that east and northeast wind blowing in behind the cold front. But for today, I showed you that west wind. So here in Duval, we know it's pretty bad up in it's bad up in Glenn County and Brantley County, and we're thinking of you. Praying for you. I'm looking at our skyline here in Jacksonville, and you can see we have a little bit of haze, but nothing like we're seeing up in Georgia. And we're saying we're more optimistic because all of the meteorological ingredients, our big batch of ingredients, it's like we're chefs every day. We put all these together in a big bowl, we mix them together. And I'm calling for rain. My cake includes a little rain. So we take a look at why 79 degrees, dew point of 70, higher dew points, higher relative humidity, sea breeze coming here. There's Brunswick, Brantley County. Boy, do we need it. At 2 o'clock, you know what could happen actually as that wind shifts in overnight. Okay, there's the wind here today. It's more of a west wind. There could be another batch of rain coming in the middle of the night. So bring it on. That's some of the new data and saying, hey, we could get a couple rounds of rain up that way. Should be light, but every little bit helps in this situation. So we'll watch those temperatures in the low 80s up in Brunswick. There's our 4 o'clock. Still prime time for the rain. I'd still say late afternoon into the evening. If you're traveling, I know we have some folks that have traveled down to Orlando coming back home. Be extra careful. It's been a while since I-95 had some rain on it, and a Sunday drive on I-95 can turn unpleasant in a hurry. There's that wind shifter we were talking about for our friends in Georgia. North-northeast winds at 16 here, and as we take a look here, we're talking about that northeast wind dominating our Monday forecast. That'll keep highs mainly in the mid-70s. You got to go well inland toward Lake City to see any 80-degree weather. A fire threat staying on the lower side. That's what we need. But here's my big picture. All right, we said we'd show you the big picture long range. So here's Sunday. Yeah, it looks okay. I mean, let's zoom in. This is nothing to write home about. Well, it is because it's been so dry. Isn't that something? Yeah, we're seeing 5 to 10 times more rain than we normally have seen on Sundays. We haven't seen anything like this on a Sunday in 3 weeks. We take a look at the April precipitation. There it is. I don't even want to look at this. Do you? No. We know we're in a drought. Let's keep it going. All right. So what about our future rain totals? We got the blues. So whenever you see blue, I called it beneficial blue this morning on Good Morning Jackson. Wherever you see the blues to the purples and reds, models are starting to come into agreement. There's very good agreement that we could have even some Gulf low pressures develop in the next 7 to 14 days. That's exciting to me. Now we're talking about homegrown low pressures that have replaced these big blocking high pressures that have brought all this dry weather. So we look over the next week or so. This is till next Saturday. I like what I'm seeing, ½ inch to inch of rain or more. And then a lot of models have really the stormy weather coming in next weekend on Sunday into the following Monday. So where you see that purple and the blues giving way to the purple and the magentas over 2 inches, that could very well be shifting our way. 10-day forecast. I love putting this together. I found a way. We want to show more here on Good Morning Jacksonville, and we did. Notice I wanted to show you there's several chances of rain in the forecast. So if you're disappointed today, hang in there. I'm sure I'll get some emails. Mike, I didn't see rain. Mike, it was a spit. It wasn't a rain. Well, yesterday was more of a spitting rain for sure. Today, actual could wet the streets, the roadways, the sidewalks, and then we'll transition into better chances of rain with our next front Thursday. There you go, 60% chance. Another chance of rain Saturday. We showed you more rain next weekend, 60% Sunday. And then even in the following week, we have another front behind that. So something we haven't seen, a parade of fronts really lining up. And now that we're in May, what they're doing is they're coming in and they're just kind of stalling out and they're picking up the Gulf moisture. So we're not getting these surges of dry desert air. Things that could start our rainy season early. We said it's more like June here. Things like this, dying fronts over the first coast, plenty of moisture in place. And that's why in that 10-day forecast, boy, those are prayers answered, aren't they? All right, let's keep it going. Now, what about the Climate Prediction Center? And just so you know, the Climate Prediction Center, again, it changes. But the one thing that's been surprising to me, this CPC outlook has been very steady, Freddie, for the last 2 to 3 weeks. And we said, well, we've been saying all along, can you hang in there till April, late April, early May? And sure enough, still, now the latest from May 4th to May 10th still has that stormy start to May. And there's that Gulf low that we'll be watching. A lot of the pressure's unusually low in the Gulf. They'll bring in some moisture and hopefully some very heavy rain and work along a front. So that's what we're going to be watching here in the long term. Better chances of rain. So where you see the green, any green shadings, usually better chances of above normal precip. Normal, you see the normal shading toward northern Mississippi and Alabama. That's more normal. And then the dry is staying up toward the Midwest. So areas that have seen the rain and have had all the rain, like the Midwest, they'll be drying out. Here, areas in the South, we'll see more in the way of rain. And this is not too surprising. Remember, we were talking about a typhoon. Gosh, has it been a week already? The typhoon out it's near Guam and Saipan. We said a lot of times we watch those because they can shift our weather pattern about 7 to 10 days later. And sure enough, they can re-energize the southern jet stream. Okay, and they shift the jet streams around. Well, it's re-energized that southern jet stream. When I'm seeing low pressures track along the Gulf and these fronts, that's a big change, and that's a big deal. So there you go. Hopefully everybody's excited about that. Now, we take a look at our Weather Watcher picture of the day. Signs of the times. Well, we got this red glow in the sky. And keep in mind, we said with this smoke particulates, usually get these more brilliant sunrises and sunsets. It was unbelievable. Just a pink hue over my house last night. So this is just a little taste of that. I want to thank Mary Grace Duran for sending that in. And as we look at radar here, I had to go back to radar. We've missed rain so much. You can see we've still got that sliver of showers now moving into areas of St. Johns County. We'll try to zoom in here a little bit more. South side getting a few rains. Nocatee just had a shower. Let's go right in. Fruit Cove, St. John's. Boy, I can't wait to get home and see how my plants look here. They needed at least a shower there. World Golf Village got that shower. Now it's St. Augustine's turn. So if you're in St. Augustine, you have outdoor plans. We did say there could be a pickleball delay today. I think, what did I show? My pickleball socks? I was just so excited to say, hey, we have rain in the forecast. So it's not going to last long. So if you got some pickleball plans, or boy, there's after-school sports are now all week long. So if you're a parent with soccer games, there could be just a brief delay. I'm not seeing any lightning, so I think the kids will play through the rain there. But you see just these brief showers moving along County Road 207, 206, St. Augustine right now. And as we look at the very latest here, we can do a little other track if just right here. Let's come on back out. And the next area to watch here for the afternoon showers this afternoon would be across southeast Georgia, where we currently have dense smoke advisories. So coming up, we're going to take a look at our friends up in Georgia, all the way through the First Coast into the South. We are tracking rain, and we're going to share some of the new high-resolution model data, and hopefully it's looking better than ever. Stay tuned.
That is the Protector.
This truck is a beast.
It's got all the tools on it. I love how big the tires are.
And this is going to be able to show you the weather around the First Coast like you've never seen it before.
The Protector really is going to help protect the community.
So you can see what it looks like on the ground. And that allows folks to really take action and do something about it.
And it gives us that edge in continuing to be the most accurate weather team.
Sponsored by HananiahAutos.com.
I'm Keitha Nelson. Good morning, Jacksonville anchor and mom of twins, Journey and Trey. I'm on your side, getting you out the door and off to a great start. Make the move to Good Morning Jacksonville on First Coast News. Weekdays from 4:30 to 9, anywhere you watch.
First Coast Living Live.
Bringing you closer to the tastiest food.
The best shopping.
And family fun. Woo!
Jordan Wilkerson and David Benfield. First Coast Living Live. Weekdays at 11 a.m. only on NBC 12.
We have new details about a heavy police presence in Jacksonville Beach.
Driver fired gunshots along the interstate today, prompting a police chase.
Stream extended coverage on First Coast News Plus.
The First Coast News weather team is here to deliver your most accurate forecast with weather impact alerts to warn you about severe weather and up-to-the-minute information on First Coast News Plus.
The wave of moisture rolls its way on in here.
Our team is the most equipped and experienced to help you prepare and keep you safe.
The First Coast News weather team is always on your side. Stream extended coverage on First Coast News Plus.
We're on Facebook on our First Coast News page, and I am just so happy. Yep, Angela, thank you for writing in here. And you said, we got rain in Green Cove Springs near the railroad fire. I mean, this is wonderful news here. And of course, let's go right into Green Cove Springs. What a beautiful community. I just love Green Cove Springs. Let's come right in here. And there's the rain that came through. And the good point was, yep, it went over the railroad fire that right now is more than 90% contained. So hopefully this will help with the hot spots, help the firefighters. And that's the big theme today. I said good news finally for the firefighters. Lower fire risk today. Rain, it may not be heavy or last long, but it will make a difference. So Angela, thank you. Brenda, good morning. And there was a downpour. She's verifying the downpour. Spent the night north of Green Cove Springs, and she got the downpour this morning. And yeah, what was it? It was like different, wasn't it? Sure. Yeah, we're all right now at this point, Brenda. We are hoping that Georgia gets the rain. We want to send all of the. I mean, we just want lots of downpours for our friends, especially up in Brantley County and Brunswick. And we're watching this area. Let's come a little farther north. We don't have anything yet. I'm going to expand the scope here. Let's see how far. There's some showers trying to break out in Nassau County. So see how these showers are starting to pop in that instability. We're really heating up. Fernandina getting a quick shower. Nassau County, I'm expecting that activity to also fill in across Waycross and Brunswick. So the trend is our friend on Doppler radar. It continues to become busier, and as the day goes on, these showers will become more widespread. And we've got that dense smoke advisory. We've got that verified. We're talking to our friends in Brunswick this morning. Yeah, so Nikki saying some really heavy smoke, but Brunswick, good news. St. Simons, Brunswick, we're seeing that smoke mix out a little bit, not quite as low. We had visibilities down to a mile or less now, about 2.5 to 3 miles, 2 to 3 miles, and that smoke advisory will be allowed to expire, it looks like, as we head to noon today. Forecast winds, there we go. Mix that smoke out. Come on, nature. And the big thing we want with these winds, they're not too strong, and then they meet right over our area. So West Coast meets East Coast. Bring it on, nature. Convergence, front, and stability. And then tomorrow, yeah, folks in Brunswick are asking for that wind shift, and you got it. Northeast winds 10 to 20. We don't want that wind to be too strong, but that will shift the smoke back to the west toward the Okefenokee tomorrow as we go into Monday and probably the first part of Tuesday. Then we'll watch things. So again, watching a little hazy, smoky skies. The clouds are building. That may be even a little distant shower you see in the north. That is a distant shower. It's been so long. Distant shower, Katrino. That's unbelievable. This is great. Out to the west and northwest. So we're gonna see things start to pick up as the day goes on. Shower chances back up to 40%, maybe even a little higher. All right, we got 3 to 5 o'clock, and then this evening maybe a midnight shower. Fire danger. Here it is. Just an update on that. We said much lower. We're not seeing the critical range. One day I circled though was Wednesday when I got to work this morning because that's the hottest day, the driest day ahead of our next front. So most of the week, nothing too high or critical. Just beware as we heat up near 90 degrees this week. Never want to heat up near 90. That can cause more trouble for the firefighters there. Expected rainfall. This is a sight for, boy, sore eyes that have been just looking, trying to get the rain in here. So it looks like Sunday today. There's our scattered showers. Tomorrow the showers will shift south to Orlando and Tampa. And then there's Thursday. That's some heavier rain. That's a nice front coming. You ready to see it? Okay, we got about another minute. I want to show you another front bringing rain. So here's our Sunday, some showers. That'll move south. Here's our new weather pattern, folks. We're going to have one front after another. There's that high pressure, brief mini heat wave later Tuesday into Wednesday. And there it is. Brantley County, bring it on. All right, there it is. We got the rain over, looks more of a widespread rain by Thursday afternoon into the evening. So, I mean, I'll stream. I want to go around the clock. If we're going to be showing rain, I'm going to be on with you. So we'll be on our Facebook and, of course, streaming with you. Whenever there's weather, tell your friends, download the First Coast News app on their TV, Roku, Firefox, you name it, and we're going to be streaming. If there's rain in your neighborhood, we're here for you. And notice there's the best chance of rain over the next 7 days. We got today, Thursday, and again, next weekend. So I really appreciate everybody checking it out on Facebook, and Brenda and Angela, Nikki, thank you so much. We're going to keep you updated. Finally, rain is back in the forecast, and this week is going to start getting a whole lot better.